Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Callykins if you don't already know me, and today I have for you an Inzoi's beginner guide. In this guide, I'm going to be walking you through the beginning of the game and giving you some helpful tips so that you can get started. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. When you first open Inzoi and create a new game, you are going to be prompted to create your Zoi. Here in this menu, you can enter things like the name, pick the age group, the gender, and you can also design what your Zoi looks like. I did already have a preset of a Zoi that I created in an earlier video. If you want to check that out, it's on my YouTube channel. But we will not be going over the full Zoi creation today. One of the other things that you can choose on this menu is your Zoi's trait. Now I would really take a look into these and pay attention to which one that you choose. This is pretty much going to dictate your Zoi's whole personality. So these traits will affect your choice and interaction options. I would read through them very carefully. Once you click on one, it will list out some keywords, some values, a brief description, and then some characteristics of that trait. So definitely pick one that you feel like aligns with how you want to play the game. You also get to choose your Zoi's desired life path. This is just a way to experience new opportunities. They have options that align with your Zoi's traits and skills, but if you would prefer something a little bit more individualized, you could always try the life of self-discovery. Once you're done creating your Zoi, go ahead and complete. This is where you will have the opportunity to add additional home members. You can either go ahead and design some additional Zois or use a preset. This one here is my brother Toshi. I will not have Toshi in my world, but here he is as an example. If you do decide to add additional Zois, make sure that you are choosing the relationship to them. Next, you will be prompted to choose your family name and then get your world permit. Now is where you will choose what city you want your world to be a part of. We currently only have two options, Bliss Bay, which is more American based, and then Daewon, which is Korean based. The third city is not yet open, it's under development and coming soon. Next, you are presented with a map of your city that you chose. Here, you will decide where your Zoi will be living. Now, there's a couple options here. You are able to move into an apartment, move into a pre-built home, or choose to purchase an empty lot and build your own home. If you decide to purchase an empty lot, you will be able to choose homes from your presets. Just keep in mind, you do start the game with a certain amount of money and may not be able to afford the dream home that you built in the builder demo. However, depending on how you want to play, there's a cheat for that. For this example, I did decide to purchase an empty lot. As soon as you choose where your Zoi will be residing, the Sidecat's guide will open up on your screen. This is where you'll find all your guides as to basically how to play the game. This guide basically includes everything from Zoi movement to character creation to interactions information. Any questions you have, you can probably find it in the Sidecat's guide. This player guide is located at the bottom right hand side of your screen, indicated by a little book icon. And remember a little while ago when I mentioned a cheat? This is the menu where you're going to be able to find the Inzoi money cheat. Every time you use this button, your currency will go up by 100,000. So if there was maybe a particular house that you wanted to buy that you couldn't afford and you wanted to start off the game with that house, you could go ahead and use the money cheat now prior to even building on your plot of land. Once you are in the home builder, you will be able to pick a home from a list of presets here. If you did build anything in the demo and saved it to presets, that home will be available here as well. You do also have the option to build your own home completely from scratch. Once you have your home selected and placed on your plot of land, you can pretty much go in and edit anything you want. So you can change colors, you can change positions of things, you can change wallpaper. What I will say is that if you decide to get rid of any furniture, it will come back to your account as a credit. And if you purchase any new furniture, that will come out of your account. So things aren't necessarily free, but you do have the ability to go in and kind of customize everything in the home preset. Once everything is built and customized, you can now begin to play the game. Majority of the items in the game are interactable. To interact with them, you would just click them and then there will be a drop-down list of interactions that you can choose from. Now there are a few things on the screen that I do want to talk about, one being your Zoi's needs. Here is where you will find basic needs for your Zoi, anything from being hungry, sleepy, to using the bathroom. All of your Zoi's needs will be listed here. You definitely want to keep an eye on those meters, make sure they don't get too low. If anything seems to be getting a little low, you can always choose an interactable item to satisfy that need. Next, I want to talk about what I call the task bar at the bottom portion of the screen. Here is where you can keep track of all your Zoi's tasks. You can queue up tasks for your Zoi to do in the order that you want them to do the tasks, or if your Zoi is left in idle for a little bit, they might start doing a task on their own. Any task that you do not want to be completed, you can go ahead and click the X button on that task in the taskbar. Next, I want to talk about your Zoi's cell phone, which can be located on the bottom portion of the screen towards the right of your Zoi's icon. So the phone holds a bunch of apps that are pretty essential to playing the game. You have your schedule, you have the city map. Through your phone is where you find a job, buy a car, also pay your bills. You also have something that is called a Zoi card. Here, you're basically going to find all of the basic information about your Zoi. So you have your desired life path that you chose earlier, the trait that you chose earlier. You also have skills and ambitions, and you can also change your Zoi's preferences. On the bottom right hand corner, you also have your relationships tab. This is where you're going to be able to keep track of all the relationships that you've made in the game. You are also able to turn off autonomy for your Zoi and speed up time if that's something that you need to do. You can find the time located at the bottom left hand portion of the screen. Earlier, I also mentioned a schedule app inside the smartphone, so I do want to go into that a little bit here. Your Zoi does already have a pre-made schedule, however, it is completely customizable. You can delete things, move things, change the places that they're going, what times they're going, and also once your Zoi has a job, the schedule will show up in this menu as well. I also mentioned the map of the city. Through this map, you also have the ability to manage your city. By that, I mean completely customize it. You can control how many cars are in your city, how clean your city is, the maximum population, health levels, all sorts of things. So that's all you really need to know to get started playing Inzoi. I hope you found this beginner's guide useful and helpful. If you do happen to have any further questions for me, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. And if you did find it useful, definitely leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Inzoi content. And if you're somebody who enjoys watching other people play Inzoi, follow my Twitch channel where I am currently streaming Inzoi. The link should be in the description below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!